like the team has bounced back from that game Sunday, just in terms of the way that game went, now where you guys are at today?
Good. I think our energy today and our practice today was good. Guys intent. What's the right word? Guys were mentally locked in, and I'm gonna change it up. The guys were mentally locked in the meetings, engaging. I thought everybody was upbeat. So I think the vibes are high, and everybody's excited about this opportunity coming up.
Jacoby, some of the injuries didn't give me that excitement. You get about Mar.
Yeah, I mean, you start to get away from football, and you just want guys to be healthy. A lot of unfortunate things, but it's exciting for the other guys that get a chance to step up and excited to go out there and play with those guys. And I mean, that's how I got to where I am right now. Is playing right now is because of an injury, and I know those guys are ready to pick up that slack is not the right word, but pick up the intensity and the focus and and do the job that they need to do to help us win.
Kind of going off of that a little bit, during the preseason, you spent a lot of time when you were with the twos working with guys like Xavier Weaver. You talk about them taking advantage of that opportunity. What do we might not know about some of these guys that you know from sharing the huddle with them?
Yeah, well, I mean, the smart thing for me to say right now is nothing, because 49ers are going to be watching this press conference as well. But those guys have talent. That's why they're in the NFL. That's why they're on this team. We wouldn't have them if we didn't think that they could help us win. Excited to go back and get those guys out there. Got a lot of guys that's going to step up and make a lot of plays this Sunday.
What makes Trey McBride such an effective target in the red zone?
I think it starts before he gets in the red zone. Honestly, he's just one of those players that it's football. Like, he's a football player. It's hard to pick at his game and say he can do this better and this and that better. But I think he just does a lot of things right. It's a lot of fun to go out there and compete with him. I've become such a fan of him from afar when I wasn't playing, and then going out there and actually getting to play with him. He's one of the best. And he proves it day in and day out, week in and week out. And I think the other teams know the strengths of his game, and they try to take it away, and he finds a way to fight through it.
What does it do for you that he has such an elaborate route tree?
It opens up a lot of things. His catch radius is crazy. His ability to track the ball. His ability to feel contact and kind of, I wouldn't say push off, but kind of maneuver away from guys. And then once he gets the ball in his hand, just look at a touchdown from last week. We're thinking he's just going to call another first down play. He goes and scores. His just ability to play football is just through the roof.
Have you played with a tight end that can run routes like that before?
A lot of my friends are tight ends. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, he is one of the best ones, for sure. They know that. They can see it. Yeah, he's probably the best. Yeah.
Why are a lot of your friends tight ends? Is that just how it
I have no idea. My childhood, my high school best friend's a tight end. Got really close with Jack Doyle, Hunter and Hoop, David and Joker. Yeah, I don't know why. Damn, I got to reevaluate how my other friends in my life.
Be the quarterback's best friend in the
Yeah, I think that's what they try to do. Now that you say that, they probably try to butter me up a little bit, and that's why you get the ball a lot from me.
How have you seen your connection with Michael Wilson grow since you've been in the starting role, and just what stands out about his game?
Yeah, I think Mike is just tough. He does everything for us. He blocks. He clears people out. He does all the grimy stuff, and then when you sit back and you watch, and you like, man, it's his turn to get the ball, and you like, man, his speed and power when he runs. He creates separation. He has strong hands. A guy that's going to step up and make a lot of plays this week. But I'm excited for him and the opportunity. And it's just one of those guys where you want to see succeed.
With him stepping into that number one wide receiver role, what are the differences or similarities between throwing to him versus throwing to Marv?
I'll let you answer that question.
Jacoby, when you go from backup to starter, does that immediately change how vocal you are?
How what?
How vocal you are, either at practice or in the locker room?
I wouldn't say so. For one, I never really call myself a backup, even when I'm not playing. But I think it's more of how many guys listen when you do talk when you're not the starter. But I mean, I try to, help as much as possible. Try to be the same guy every day, no matter the role and circumstance, because you never know when the circumstance and the opportunity to present itself changes. So, I'm probably the same.
Is it harder to flush a loss like Sundays versus a tight loss, like a 1-point loss versus a 22-point loss?
I mean, in this league, been in this league 10 years, you got to learn how to flush them all, wins, losses, good wins, ugly wins, it doesn't matter. It's the thing about this league is, for the most part, the next week you got a game that you got to get ready for, and a team that's coming in here trying to beat you, and you got to be ready to go out there and get a win.
With all the new receivers out there, do you do anything extra to get everybody on the same page, meetings or?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of all of that. Is meetings. The good thing is, I mean, a lot of those guys we've had on the team already, so gotten some history with those guys. But it's meetings, it's walkthroughs, it's practice, it's the level of focus from me. Has to pick up a little bit more, just because a lot of those guys haven't been out there with me for a while. But a lot of those guys have been out there with me in scout team when I was the first couple of weeks. So gotten a lot of reps with those guys. But coming into this role, as far as this week, it's just more meetings and probably staying out to practice for a little bit longer and stuff like that.
When you got here in March, you were telling us how close you are with Izzy and Drew. How has that relationship kind of helped in the last 3-4 weeks?
I mean, it's helped my sanity, that's for sure. I think our relationship has grown a lot. It kind of like, snowballed from our relationship that we had in Cleveland, and obviously I was away from them for so long, a couple years. But obviously being able to stay in contact with those guys and kind of talk, but now it's a day-to-day basis where I can see them and talk to them every day. I think more so just our relationship is kind of, I would just say it's grown. And now that I'm playing, it's more of like from the intent that now Drew's calling the plays for me, when in Cleveland he wasn't, and is the quarterback coach now, and he wasn't back in Cleveland. So just a newfound level of respect for those guys, and yeah.
Are you able to communicate any differently with those guys than you could with other quarterback coaches or coordinators because of how close you guys are?
Yeah, we can curse each other out and it not be offensive. No, I probably not. No.
How do you keep your sanity during an NFL season?
I mean, the people that you rely on, whether it's in the building, outside of the building, you lean on them a lot. Been in the league 10 years, it's you kind of figure out how long of a season it is, and you kind of figure out. I think I said it last week. Try not to ride the waves of emotions, and you try to, stay with it and fight through a lot of the adversity and kind of build off of the things that got you to this point,
Obviously, you've been in different spots, lived in different areas. Anything about Arizona that you enjoy more so than other areas?
Say that again.
Anything about Arizona, living here and playing here that you enjoyed in other areas?
I called one of my friends the other day, and it was snowing. I do not miss that right now. So, yeah.
Jacoby, kind of going off of the wave of emotions that you were talking about on the TV broadcast, they were talking about how you've utilized therapy in a lot of different other avenues. How has that part of the mental game kind of unlocked maybe some of your performance on the field?
Yeah, I think being a little bit, is kinder the right word to myself, and kind of giving myself grace, being able to give other people grace when things don't go well that I'm expecting, or for myself as well too. I think that's kind of unlocked a lot of my, helped me build better relationships with people, and you start to see the game a little bit slower because you're able to flush plays a little bit faster and kind of move on. When you worry about things that you need to worry about at the end of it, and you kind of, it's helped me stay in the moment a lot more, and yeah.
When you look at San Francisco's defense, what do you see? What do you expect Sunday?
Yeah, they play hard. I think they are who Robert Saleh is. Who he is as a man and as a person that I've seen from playing against him a couple times in the league, but also watching him coach from afar. His intensity. That just pops off the film. And a lot of good players over there. And I think they're they're doing, like I said, their ability to match their coach intensity is very impressive.